Hello, my beauties. What's up? Y'all? It's your girl, Danet. Happy November, my beauties. Happy November. I wanted to get on here, y'all, because, I feel like this is a conversation that's needed, y'all. Um, but I'm going to get on here. I'm not going to be on here very long. But I want to talk about how to identify the real ones. Let's talk about it, y'all. How to identify the real ones. How to identify the real people in your life. How to identify the real people who are loving you and supporting you and showing up and being there just for you, y'all. The people who are going to be there for you, thick and thin, good and bad, right and wrong, pretty ugly, right? Here's how you can start to identify those people. Now, full disclaimer, of course we are humans. We have bad days, we have bad moments, right? We have life, we have responsibilities, right? So, at any given time, we may have times where we may not be able to show up in the way that we want to show up for our people, and that's completely understandable. Do not ever dismiss a true friend or a real one in your life because they had a bad day or a bad week, or they're going through a stressful time period, or whatever it is that they have going on in their life. Like, we have to allow people to go through what they're going through and not take offense to what they're going through and how they're choosing to grow through that thing and how they're choosing to handle that, right? But that's just full disclaimer. So, but here's how we begin to identify real ones, right? Real friends, real family, real love in our lives, right? And I'm gonna use friend in this example, but this could be as it relates to family, as it relates to however you view loved ones, period. Okay. But I was just getting ready to make a post, that was gonna say get you some friends who are going to support you, and not the ones who support what benefits them. And I'm going to say that again. Get you some real friends that are going to support you, or get you some real friends who are going to support you and not just support what benefits them, right? And so that's one of the biggest things that we can use to identify if a person is real in our life or not. Pay attention to when that person or those people are showing up in support of you. Are those people supporting you because it's benefiting them? Are they supporting you because they're getting something beautiful out of the relationship or experience? Are they supporting you only because so they can keep you close, so they can continue to benefit and reap certain rewards, right? From having you as a friend, right? So I'm pretty sure we've seen it in different movies and TV shows, right? Where you'll have this famous or really popular person, whether it's the popular girl at school who had the little, she be having the little flunkies, she be having the little flunkies hanging around her just to kind of reap a little bit of the benefits of the things that she receives from people, right? Or if you have people in the music industry, you have, the friends, the people who hang on to them, who attach to them just to try to get some of the back, what is it called? Like the crumbs, if we shall, from whatever that person in the music industry is receiving. The people connected to them want to be able to benefit, so they can go to the fancy parties, so they can get connections, so they can write. That's how you can identify, my beauties. If when you really need someone to show up for you and love or support of you, and I wasn't even going this way with this message, y'all, but use me, Lord. But when you show up, when a person truly supports you, when a person truly loves you, when a person is truly there for you, come hell or high water, they're going to want to see you at your best. They're going to want to support you through thick and thin, right? They're going to want to make sure that you're at your best mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. They're going to want to make sure that you're operating in your ability. Look at me seeing 444 as I'm saying it. They're going to want to make sure that you're at your absolute best, right? They're not gonna want to see you do another show when they know that you're already mentally and emotionally and physically, spiritually drained. They're not gonna want to see you do another tour. They're not gonna want to see you do another event. They're not gonna want to see you do anything that's going to be of a negative influence or effect on your life. The people who don't give a shit about you, they're not going to care, right? I used to make a lot of like motivational, inspirational like messages and videos and things like that. And I stopped because I was drained and I was no longer in a mental, emotional, physical, spiritual place or space to make those videos. Right? And I had people who were reaching out to me, asking me what happened to those videos. And those people identified themselves as true fans. I don't want fans. No, thank you. Because fans don't give a shit about you. They don't care about your mental or emotional health. They don't care about your physical or spiritual well-being. They don't give a shit about if you're going to wake up tomorrow and be all right. They don't give a shit about that. They want to get whatever they can get out of you. I want support, not fans. I can go buy a fucking fan from the store if that's what I wanted or needed. But you have people who are literally out here fanning over people and thinking that it's a relationship, thinking that it's a friendship, thinking that it's love, thinking that it's support. I don't want anybody in my life. This is me personally, but I don't want anybody in my life who thinks it's okay to fan over me. I don't want you to be so gung-ho, right? And of course, goes without saying, I've had to remove those people. But I don't want anybody in my life who's going to think it's okay. Who's going to think it's okay to fan over me. I don't want you to want my next motivational, inspirational message so bad that you don't give a shit that I'm not in a mental or emotional place to be able to deliver it to you. If you care more about the motivation, the inspiration, the encouragement, the love, or whatever you're going to get out of that video or out of that message, if you care more about that than the person that it's coming from, that's a problem. That's a problem, my beauties. That's a fucking problem, my beauties. If you care more about what you can get out, and this is how you can identify. So whatever side of the belt you're on, whether you're the person being the fake or unsupportive, whatever friend, or whether you're receiving this, I want y'all to hear me. If you care, or if they care more about what's coming from the person than they do about the mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual place or space of that person, if they care more about what they can get out of a person more than they do about the person itself, that is a problem. That is not healthy. That is ugly. That's toxic. That's just inconsiderate. That is like one of the most selfish things, if not the most selfish things to me. And I don't even use that word. But that is a very inconsiderate thing for you to care more about what you can get from a person than you care about that actual human being. You can go get motivation and love and support from somewhere else. You can't get another person. You can't get another one of them. Listen to me. I ain't know God was taking me there with that message. Listen to me, y'all. I've literally had to cut people out because they didn't. I'm talking about family, friends, people who I consider to be in my close circle. Look at this, 10:10 on the clock. People who were in my close circle, I've had to cut out because they did not understand. I don't need a fucking fan. I don't need somebody who's going to care more about how a thing looks, or they're going to care more about the message than they care about me. You don't give a shit about my mental, my emotional, my emotions all over the place, but you still asking me, well, when you gonna drop that next? What? Did you not just hear me? I'm experiencing depression, anxiety, stress, worry, pain. You went past all of that to say, well, yeah, but When are you going to drop the next video, though? When are you going to... I ain't ever going to be that person, baby. I ain't ever going to be that person. I love y'all, right? But that is one of the biggest ways to be able to identify, truly identify when a person truly loves and supports you. If you come to a person and you say, man, I was supposed to did that show, or I was supposed to did this, I was supposed to did that. And you was like, but I just mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it was, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because I wasn't. And then they say, I understand. Like, if you're not in a place or a space, like if you telling me that you literally do not have the will to get up there and do it, then don't. If they say, have you dug deep? Is this something you can push past? Is this something we can work on afterward? If their main concern, because I get it, once you've committed yourself to something, that's important. I don't want to dismiss that. But if their main concern is, oh my gosh, we got so much money and we got so much riding on this and we got this and we got that, here you go. You can't get another me. We can get another show. You can't get another me. That's why so many of us drive ourselves crazy. We drive ourselves crazy working month after month, year after year, decade after decade, working our lives away, miserable. We're literally working our lives away miserably. We're miserable as hell in these jobs, careers, and doing these different things that aren't benefiting us. And we have people around us who are supporting the bullshit. We have people around us who are supporting the bullshit, who's supporting the negativity, who's supporting the toxicity, who's supporting the things that they like. That's not love. That's fan behavior. That's fan behavior, my beauties. I don't know who this message is for, but God told me to get on here. Listen to me, y'all. This is how you can identify a real one. A real one is going to support you, period. When you're in alignment with your truth, when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, real supporters are going to support you through and through, right? I'm going to give you an example. So if you're someone who's an artist, right, and you have a show and you invite all your friends, family members or whatever to the show, right? Or maybe you put an event or something like that together, right? And you invite your friends or whatever to the show. And they say, oh, I got to pay to get in. It ain't free. Now they got the money. It ain't because they don't got the money. They got the money. They just think because they're your friend, they got the hookup. They ain't gonna have to pay to get in. Like, that's how you can tell the difference. Like, if you're truly somebody who wants to support someone that you love, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay whatever it costs. If you have it, you're gonna pay. Oh, $10, $20 at the door, cool. I got that. That's no problem. People who are leeches, made a video about that, y'all. Y'all should go check that out on my YouTube channel. But people who are leeches, they're going to think that they're supposed to get everything for free. They're thinking they're supposed to get everything at a discounted rate. They're thinking they're supposed to get everything because, oh, I'm your best friend, or I'm your friend, or I'm your sister. We cousins, we family. Those type of people are leeches. Those are the types of people where they don't care about you. They care about what they can get from you. Oh, I can get into this show for free because I got my cousin. My cousin work over here at the door. And so I can really get in for free. Well, my cousin is an artist here, and I can just tell them that I can tell them my cousin's name, and then those are leeches. And that has become so normal to us nowadays. We have so many people leeching around us that the leeching behavior has become so normal. It's a normal thing now. And I be damned. I die friendless. I die alone. Can't have the leeches, y'all. Listen to me. This is how you identify real ones. If you throw an event or a party, or if you are the party, right? And you invite your folks, and the first thing they talk about is what I'm going to get from it. Or asking certain questions about how they can benefit from it. Hello? Hello? Hey. Listen to me, y'all. We got to learn to identify these leeches, y'all, because they're everywhere nowadays. They're everywhere. They're in our houses. They're at our jobs. They're around our children. They're everywhere. They're the people who's been in our lives for 10, 15, 20 years. They're the people we call husband and wife. That's hard. That's a hard one to have to hear. They're the people we call husband and wife, girlfriend and boyfriend, man and woman, sister and brother, grandma and granddaddy, mama, daddy. They're the people. They're literally the people, y'all. We got to be able to identify the real ones. We got to be able to identify the real ones. Because if we don't, we're going to feel like or believe the ones that are only willing to support what benefits them. And I say this as someone who's recovering from this, y'all. I thought certain people were true friends of mine. I thought certain people truly loved me until they stopped being able to receive certain benefits from me. And then the love that they had for me started to change. It started to shift. They started to feel like I didn't love them anymore because they couldn't get the benefits that they were getting from me. They weren't getting certain benefits anymore. Listen to me, y'all. I'm the type of person where if a friend, family member, or loved one invite me somewhere and they put a show together, they're an artist and they're up there on that stage, they're acting, they're singing, they're dancing, they're whatever they're doing, and they show up, or they invite me to this thing and I show up, that's the benefit for me. The fact that I get to show up and watch you be in your element and watch you be in your craft. Watch as you grow and elevate and perfect your craft. Like, that's the benefit for me as a family, loved one, whatever it is I am to you. That's the true benefit. If people cannot find joy, peace, love, happiness, and being able to support who the hell you are, where the hell you are right here and now, then those people must go. Those are the leeches. Those are the fans. We don't need fans, y'all. We need supporters. We need people who are going to support us mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Who are going to show up for us in all the ways. In all the ways. In all the ways that they are capable and able to show up for us. Not because it benefits them, but simply because they love us. Questions you can honestly ask yourself. If I didn't allow this person to come to my party, my event, or whatever it is at a free or discounted rate, would that person still show up for me? If I didn't give that person first class treatment, if I didn't give this person first class treatment, would they still be willing to show up for me? If this person wasn't receiving certain benefits and accolades from my relationship with them, would they still be willing to show up for me? If I lost everything today and all that was left was me, would that person still be here to support me? Ask yourself these questions, y'all. And you're going to start to recognize how mama, daddy, sister, brother, cousin, friend, right? 10, 20, 30, 40 years, 40-year-long relationships. You're going to start questioning those things. Like, wow, how did I not see it? Wow, how was this happening right under my nose? Wow, is this real? Wow. I had every one of those wow moments. Listen, I had every one of those wow moments. Ask yourself these questions. If I had nothing but me left, if it was just me in my skin with nothing else, would the same people who claim to support me still be here to support me? Going back to the example from earlier, if you're, a lot of the times when we see like the popular girls at the school, or the musical artists, and when that person hits a low phase in their career, when that person hits a low phase in their career, they're able to learn and identify who's truly there for them. Because everybody who wasn't there for them disappears. Slowly but surely they disappear. They stop coming around. When the money stops flowing, when the benefits stop rolling in, when the fan behavior stops, they stop coming in. When they can't get them fan benefits, it stops rolling in. But that's the message, my beauties. That's the message, my beauties. That's the message, my beauties. But I love y'all. Y'all need to identify the real ones. 2222. Y'all need to identify the real ones in your life and hold on to those and release everyone and everything else. Can't have no fans. Can't have no leeches. We want support. We build support over here. We build support over here. That's it. That's the message, my beauties. I love y'all. I'm Danet. Happy November. Happy November. If you've made it this far and you aren't already, make sure you're following me on all platforms. Danet on YouTube and Facebook. I am, if you don't know already as well, I'm gonna leave a link here for my podcast so y'all can go check that out as well. Just Talk, where we recognize that there's justice in our talk, y'all. So peace and love, all. Deuces.